Cameron Fontana is live in Circleville with one of the biggest shows of fall. Hey, Cam.
Oh my God, Pete and Karen, we are at the Circleville Pumpkin Show, and I know I'm going to be smiling all morning long because this, honestly, is one of my favorite shows on the planet, is the 109th annual Circleville Pumpkin Show, the greatest free show on earth. So this morning, we are going to get pumpkin crazy. We're going to see some of the biggest contenders in this year's Pumpkin Way contest, and you can't come to the pumpkin show without food. So we have pumpkin pancakes, pumpkin burgers, pumpkin nachos, everything pumpkin. We're gonna have a great time in Circleville. We're gonna throw it back to you guys, and I'm gonna find one of these to take home.
Nice.
Wow.
Some of those, Cam, you might need an awfully big vehicle to take that home.
Did you see what he did? Oh my gourd. All right, well, around town this morning, we are checking out one of the best pumpkin shows in Central Ohio.
Cameron Fontana joins us live in Circleville with a preview of all the fun. Hey, Cam, good morning.
Wow.
First-time growers.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking to Bob Conley right here. He's with the Pumpkin Show, and this year, you just said you have a lot of first-time growers.
A lot of first-time growers. We even had a small little girl, about 4 or 5 years old. Her pumpkin's back there.
Oh my God.
First time. It was so neat. Ernie Weaver, our announcer, sat and talked to her yesterday and how she grew it and everything and took care of it.
And there's an art to it, because I mean, talk about the one that got first place right there.
Oh, first place up here, right there. These guys put so much effort into these pumpkins where they actually put a tent over them in the summer to keep the heat off of them. They go out every day and pick the bugs off of them to make sure no insects are on them.
Look at that. It is huge. What do they do with them after, Bob?
They talk to them and everything. Afterwards, they usually take them and maybe set them in their front yards, make jack-o'-lanterns out of them, and just do all kinds of things.
You can make a little home out of that.
Make a home out of it. I've seen guys where they've actually cut them open and put their grandkids in them.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, and then afterwards they pull the seeds out and sell them, so other farmers can get started.
And how much? I mean, we're gonna walk down here and show you. How much do the seeds go for on like the biggest pumpkin?
I've seen seeds go as high as maybe $2, maybe $3, or at least $1 a piece.
That's some good seed right there. And you can see all behind us, they have tons of gourds, and then the epicenter, the pumpkin tower behind it. So much fun, isn't it?
It is so much fun. These growers, it takes literally 3 to 4 hours of a bunch of guys doing nothing but to set that tower up.
Well, it looks great. And coming up on the show, we're going to have some pumpkin food next. So you guys better fasten your eat belts. Do you know what Ermagerd means? He kind of does. Some people get the meme. Ermagerd. You guys get it, Karen and Pete.
Right.
No, I didn't get
Thanks,
it.
Cam.
What is it? I didn't get it.
The Ermagerd meme. But first, Cameron Fontana live in Circleville, hanging out at the big pumpkin show. It's coming up, Cam. Oh, food.
That's right, Pete. You know, I'm enjoying some sausage, but something is missing on this plate, guys. A pumpkin pancake. And we are making some delectable breakfast treats coming up right after the break. Don't go anywhere. We're live at the Circleville Pumpkin Show.
Then you can monster mash.
Friday Eve, a fall tradition that's been going on since 1903.
Wow.
Is back for another season.
Do you think they had pumpkin pancakes back in 1903?
Ooh, I don't know.
The Circleville Pumpkin Show is going on this morning, and Cameron Fontana is live, featuring all the good, yummy stuff that you get to eat, Cameron.
Guys, this is a very important moment right now because, according to Mr. Peters, the key to a perfect pumpkin pancake is the flip.
That's correct.
Mr. Painter is handing him, and I like to call him Mr. Painter. That's his real name, but he also paints smiles on people's faces because you make them so happy with this delicious food.
You're right.
So you said the secret is the flip. Kind of dive into that a little bit more. Is it the timing of it?
Yes, it's the timing. When that pancake gets to the right, you can tell when it gets ready to be flipped, you get a little bubble and it starts to raise up, and when that bubble starts to raise up, then we flip it.
Little delicious bubbles.
Yes.
And how many years have you been making pumpkin pancakes here at the Circleville Pumpkin Show?
Probably since the 1930s, 40s.
And recipe?
It's
secret, but what's hilarious is we don't want to show you. The recipe is right above his shoulder. We're not going to show you, but anyone can come here and take a picture.
It comes in it's probably the pumpkin spice you put in it.
Throughout the years, I mean, what have been some of your favorite ones? What's your favorite part about making pancakes at the Pumpkin Show?
I enjoy talking to people.
Meeting new people.
Yeah, meeting new people. Some people you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, and speaking of people, we do want to show over here. Look at all these people we're putting on TV. Good morning, guys. Now, I think, are the pancakes ready, Mr. Painter?
Ready.
Okay, so we're going to get it fresh off of there?
Yes.
Oh, we're going to do this? Oh, look at that. We're going to do it. You got to put some syrup on it, right?
Yes.
And you see how steaming hot that is? Here we go. We're going to throw it back to you guys. and I'm gonna take a bite of this. Here we go.
Oh, put more. Oh,
It's
that's
like
just
you're making us jealous.
Pumpkin pancakes.
just a little syrup, I guess, to keep the pumpkin flavor. Oh, he's just gonna go for it.
I got excited. I got excited.
And there we go. Edwin helping with that's much better.
How is it?
It's like a burrito.
Nice.
It's delicious.
I'm sure
it's
it
very
is.
hot.
Oh my
It's very
gosh.
hot.
Thanks,
Oh
Cam.
my gosh.
Around town this morning, Cameron Fontana live at what some call the greatest free show on earth, live in Circleville at the Pumpkin Show. Hey Cam, what's going on now?
Hey Pete, Miss McElroy, the
Correct.
mayor's wife, is with me. This is Renee. We are practicing our fasten our eat belts because when you come to the pumpkin show,
That's
you have
right.
to eat pumpkin food. We had some pancakes earlier, which is a little traditional, but you, athletic boosters, you think of some new ways to use pumpkins.
That's correct.
This is actually one of my favorites. Please tell our viewers the amazing dish that this is.
This is our traditional pumpkin burger, which is a sloppy joe consistency made with pumpkin spices.
And what's the secret? You know, we talk about what makes these so good. What's the secret to this tasting so good?
The secret, I won't tell you the amounts of the ingredients so you
Yeah.
can't copy us, but
Oh,
the
don't
secret
copy.
is
Don't copy.
the secret is pumpkin and pumpkin pie spice. So-
Pumpkin and pumpkin spice.
pie
So
spice.
Can I take a bite out of it?
Oh, absolutely.
Every year I get this at the pumpkin show. Now, you think of new things every year.
That's
We
right.
are very happy to debut a new pumpkin dish that you've created.
We
And I
have.
like it because I love
We
Mexican
have.
food. What is this, Renee?
Those are pumpkin nachos.
Pumpkin nachos.
Pumpkin nachos.
I've never heard of pumpkin nachos in my life.
We decided to try that because of the fact that we already have the pumpkin burger,
Okay.
and to incorporate it into something else that we would just have to add a few ingredients. So with the nacho chips, pumpkin burger, and the cheese, it is really yummy.
I've never tasted it because I can honestly say every pumpkin thing here at the show I've had throughout the years. I haven't had pumpkin nachos yet, so I'm going to grab a bite.
Okay.
I'm going to go with this cheese. Now, how many years have you been making these pumpkin treats?
I have actually been involved in Athletic Boosters for 14 years through the span of my kids' athletics through school. But we've been making the pumpkin bread, pumpkin cake, pumpkin burger.
Yeah, because it's
throughout.
not just like the burgers. You also have the
Right,
traditional breads and the
right.
cakes.
Right,
And they
the
are
mini
delicious.
loaves of the pumpkin bread, the pumpkin cake with the cream cheese frosting, which is awesome.
Now,
And
I
then-
have to ask you, Renee, pumpkin nachos, pumpkin burgers, pumpkin cheesecakes. Has there ever been anything that you've made that you're like, it doesn't work with pumpkins?
We tried pumpkin popcorn.
Which that sounds pretty good.
It does sound good, and it smelled awesome.
Smells great.
About 5 years ago, we tried that, and the hardest thing was that it tasted good right when you popped it and put the spices on, but after it sat, then it didn't taste so good.
Oh, because
So,
it gets
yeah,
cold here.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You try a lot of pumpkin things.
Right.
One of them, you just got to step away from the pumpkin because it might get a little too much pumpkin.
Yeah.
Which is hard to say here at the
Yeah.
pumpkin show
Yeah.
because pumpkin's so good. Well, Renee, God bless you because this is delicious. So if you're looking for a good treat, guys, Pete and Karen, when you come out to the pumpkin show, get yourself some pumpkin nachos.
That's
'cause
right.
These are amazing.
Pumpkin everything. Oh, looks so good, Cam. Thanks. By the way, the Pumpkin Show happening today through Saturday.
And around town this morning, Cameron is certainly in the fall spirit.
He is live this morning at the Circleville Pumpkin Show, checking out all the wares there. Good morning, Cameron.
Hey, Marshall, that's right. Now we're talking about glass gourds, as we're calling them out here. Now, this is Jack Hill. How you doing, Jack?
Hi.
You do amazing work. We've seen probably 10 people stop by just while we've been here. Talk about what these are. These are blown glass?
These are all blown glass, and they're all done at 2,000 degrees, no paint.
No paint, because that's the first question I asked. You know, what are the paint colors? But it kind of evolved over time, starting with this style. Is that
Starting
correct?
with this style over 20 years ago, and I just came up with an idea. I was working in a studio in Seattle. I'm originally from here. but
Okay.
I was working in a studio in Seattle, and they had this orange, which is made out of iron.
So it's the chemicals within it.
Right.
It's kind of like a science class where,
Right.
what are some of the other colors that the chemicals make?
Well, you could do cobalts. Of course, everybody knows cobalts, which is the blue tints. But you also add all kinds of various precious metals into it.
So when it's blown, that's what causes that crackle and the change in color?
Well, it's also just a tint of
Okay.
the colors. So there's all kinds of science, lots of science.
From
that's
start to
involved.
finish, how long does it take you to make a piece? Because working with melted glass, you have to do it
Right.
pretty quick.
Well, I tell people 20 years.
Because that's how long it takes to master it.
Exactly. But it can be, you know, it varies. This one here is a very simple piece, so it only takes me 5 to 10 minutes.
Amazing.
But other ones that are much more complicated, they take anything about 45 to an
Well,
an
Jack,
hour.
you do amazing work. And over here you can see Ohio State Buckeye-themed blown glass. So when you come out to the Pumpkin Show, come out here. They're selling very fast. People are coming in between, so come out here.
There's only 2 left.
Only 2 left. There's tons left, but I'm telling you, these are so gorgeous, guys. What an amazing piece. I could see, Sean, you having one of these at your home as a centerpiece.
And I can see you getting me
Look
one
at
of those. That would be wonderful. Today, Cameron Fontana, he's learning everything about the pumpkin.
No better place to do it than in Circleville. He's at the Pumpkin Show this morning, Cam.
Hey, that's right, Marshall. You can see people are starting to gather in downtown Circleville, and there's over 200 vendors here. And the really cool aspect of this is that this is the big fundraiser for a lot of these local organizations for the entire year. And with me is Dave. How you doing, Dave?
Pretty good today.
So
How
you
doing?
have, I'm doing very well because this is my favorite dish here at the Pumpkin Show that I get every single year. Tell us about your chili.
Well, this chili is made every year. It's been made about 20 years. We've done this in the booth. We make it ahead of time. We make it one night. It's a secret recipe.
Okay, now I know we got Brenna and Jerry back here. Let's
Right.
see the chili. It's a secret recipe, and you told me you don't even know the recipe.
I don't know the recipe. Only one person in the club knows the recipe.
And how many years have you been making this chili for?
Approximately 20. Not exact, but about 20.
And all the proceeds of this chili go to what?
Proceeds go to community projects.
Okay.
We helped fund the Barthelmess Park, the pavilion, the building in the Barthelmess Park, playground equipment for the city. I think he's showing a shot of some of the things that we do.
Yeah, not only are you making people happy at the show, but you're giving back to the community.
Well,
and
yeah,
this is a really
we use
big
our money
fundraiser.
locally. Every dollar we make goes locally off the chili.
So in addition to the chili, you can get some amazing food, but there are also some parades today. What time is this afternoon's parade and
The
tonight's
afternoon parade is 3:30.
Okay.
Tonight's parade is 8.
Great.
That happens every night, Wednesday, Thursday, or every day, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then Saturday it's an evening parade.
The evening parade on Saturday. So come out to the Circleville Pumpkin Show. It's happening now. Now I'm going to have my chili. Now what I do every year is I put hot sauce in
I do too.
I take the hot sauce. You want hot sauce in yours? Tell me when to stop, Dave.
Right now.
Right now? I'm going to go some in there. It's been an awesome morning at the Pumpkin Show. We're going to throw it back to you guys. What do you say we dive in, Dave?
Let's dive in.
Bone apple pumpkin teat.
Give it a try. And
Good stuff.
yes. Yes. Thumbs up.
It's perfect.
And
Good
that's
deal.
the funnest thing. Just eat your way through the pumpkin show. Yeah, I love it.